Hello class and welcome to week 6. This week we'll be looking a little deeper in how to effectively listen. Now I know that can be a lot of people start like, oh, I'm a great listener, and they don't really look at everything we're learning. It's really important to be honest. Now sometimes it can be really hard to be honest about our listening skills due to self-serving bias, if you remember that. That's because a lot of times we'll try to be like, well, because this is going on, that kind of thing. That's okay. It's really, really, really good to see how we're listening. And if you think you're an effective listener, try to tell me why you're an effective listener. So tell me how you're able to overcome obstacles, you're able to overcome, other people's non-listening skills, that kind of thing. So if you really think you're an effective listener, please make sure in your assignment to analyze why. Instead of just saying, I'm great, and then moving on, which I get a lot, I have to ask you to resubmit because I am looking for you to tell me everything we're learning about this week and really dig deep and analyze. So this week, some tips before we get into that is to please look ahead. Now next week, week 7, you will be doing a video speech. Yes, that sounds very intimidating. A lot of students panic, but don't worry, it's just me who's going to see your videos. I will give some tips next week on how to do that, how to record, upload, things like that. Now, if it's really intimidating, you don't want to see a full screen of yourself, which I totally get, I recommend using what I'm using right now, which is Screencast-O-Matic, where you can have a PowerPoint and kind of have a video that's kind of small and it helps you not feel as intimidated. And next week I'll give you more tips, but starting to make sure you're able to record and use a webcam or have a webcam for next week is important. That way you're ready. And then for this week, start brainstorming a non-listening example. Now again, it can be really difficult to think of one that you have personally. Like sometimes I say that I feel overwhelmed, I have a lot going on, and my non-listening would be, pseudo-listening, where I'm kind of pretending to. And I do that a lot with my husband if I'm working on something, and yeah, that's something I'm working on myself. Now remember, for your example, if you don't want to get too personal, which I get, you can use a television example. So feel free to watch anything you've seen on TV and give me details of everything you observe, like their eye contact or what kind of non-listening was used. Give me enough details to understand what's happening. But then again, the bulk of your paper should be in analyzing. Like, I love hearing the examples, but I look for in grading is that you understand everything we're covering. So make sure to use as much terminology as you can. Tell me all the obstacles, give me as much as you can, any theories, that kind of thing. So for this week, you will be reading chapter 6, and then I recommend watching the lecture video. That'll give you a lot of details on how to analyze and get a little deeper into everything we're covering. And then again, of course, the bulk of your paper, just like every week, you're probably getting used to me saying, the bulk of it should be in analyzing the situation. A lot of times students will just give me 2 pages of the situation, which is a good start, but give me the bulk of the paper of analyzing that situation. And then of course, don't forget to take your quiz. If you have any questions on that, let me know. And then this week, if you have any questions about an example or if something is appropriate, that kind of thing, feel free to reach out to me and I'd be happy to help. I look forward to talking with you all this week.